Here's the question. Does being romantic really matter to men? What is it that Ryan Gosling and Bruno Mars have that you don't? Christina's here to answer that.
Hi, Timmery. So good to be back on with you.
It's great to have you.
Thank you. I'm laughing because people might wonder, why did we ask the question about Bruno Mars and Ryan Gosling? Why those celebrities? And I just want to say at Matchmakers in the City, we always ask the question, who is your celebrity crush, when we're doing the intake interviews and the Bachelor and Bachelorette interviews. And Ryan Gosling is by far the number one man we've had through all of the years that we've done this.
Really?
Yes. Yes. It's an interesting fact. Interesting trivia fact that Ryan Gosling is the most popular. And he's just, I think it's because of I don't think it's him as an actor. I think it's him as the character Noah in The Notebook, because women have gravitated towards that romance and of The Notebook, the movie The Notebook.
We can talk about that another time.
Oh yes, we should because there's a lot there. But I will say that the fact that he writes her letters every single day for a year, and her mom takes them away. And there's all of these details that he does in the movie, and as opposed to the guy who's more wealthy and all of that. But women just love this romance, and that's why I brought him up as one of the men who were asking about. And then Bruno Mars, I put him here because his basically romancing women in music is how he made his career. The first song that I think that he became the most popular with was Just the Way You Are, and it's for women. Women are obsessed with this. They want to be told that. And these are two men who just get, well, at least in Ryan Gosling's character of Noah, they just get what women are thinking about. And I think these are so important because a lot of the Catholic and faithful Catholic men who I date coach and date consult are looking for the trifecta woman. And that woman has beauty, brains, and then desiring the beatific vision. I needed to make that an alliteration. But they want the full package for a woman. They want her to have it all. And there are incredible women out there and amazing Catholic women out there. But they are rare, they're hard to find, and they're hard to keep. That's why it's a lot of times men might be unsure and they come to me even clueless about how to create romance, even though they crave it. There have been many studies, and Shanti Feldman in her book For Women Only actually talks about how men desire romance just as much as women do, but there's this disconnect of what romance means. Yeah. I know. When I was reading that, I was thinking, really? It's different for them, but they want it, and they do feel very masculine when they're able to create it. This is why we teach a class called What Women Want at Matchmakers in the City. And I will say the number one thing is that love is in the details for women. The men who wrote, and because I was thinking when I was looking up Bruno Mars, I found the song that one of his most recent singles, it's called That's What I Like. It just strikes a chord with women as well. And I was wondering, did a woman write that? Because it just gets the female mind. But no, actually men wrote that. And I say it so, this song is just exactly what we're talking about, because the lyrics speak to women's desire for romance. It was number one on the Billboard 100, and obviously it's not the most moral song if you're single, but if a man who's single is singing it, but you can save the silk sheets and fireplace lounging for after you say I do, and take some learn from this song. Listen to it, learn from it. And then we're going to talk a little bit about, for normal men and dating interactions, what romance means. And I'll go into that, but I want to give pause for you, Timmery, because I just talked for a long time.
No, this is great. That's Cristina Pineda. You're listening to Trending with Timmery, heard here on Relevant Radio during our marriage hour. Whether you're single, dating, or want to be in a relationship, this is for you, including married spouses, to spice up that relationship. In fact, one question or topic that came in is, men tend to think that being romantic means doing something elaborate, but can it be simply things such as things like opening up the car door for a woman? Or do men need to do more than that?
That's the detail. Chivalry is the details. That's what women want. We want those little things that you think about, those thoughtful gestures. Of course, if you want to splurge and want to do something, want to take her on a shopping spree in Paris, as it says in the lyrics, but, you can do that, go for it, but it's not really that important. That's why Noah is in the Notebook is the more women like him better than the wealthy guy in there. He thinks about the details. And I love that you're thinking about opening car doors. I want men to study chivalry because this will be a game changer in their dating life and in their marriage.
I love that. Okay, another question on this before we get into some of those practical tips for spicing up the romance without feeling, lame or weird or overdoing it. Question is, some men can be really leery of giving compliments because they don't want to come off as creepy. How do you combat that?
Oh, yes, this is great. This is actually hits on one of the things I wanted to talk about. You definitely, if you're meeting a woman on an app or online, you don't want to compliment her beauty before you've met, because that makes her feel self-conscious and objectified, especially you haven't even established any rapport with her. So wait until you're in person, and then when you see her, you can say, wow, you look beautiful. That is what every woman wants to hear. They don't want to hear that they're cute. They don't want to hear that beautiful is the best adjective. So if you mean it, say it. That's what I would do. And then don't overdo it with the compliments on her looks, but little things here and there. Women do tend to be insecure about their looks. We've been thrown Cosmo and all these magazines that have shown us that we are not worthy for years. And that does a lot to a woman's psyche. So you definitely go for it. I want you to be complimentary, but be genuine and don't overdo it.